Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am a teacher turned homeschool mom to two little girls, and on this channel I talk about homeschooling, motherhood, and everything in between. And today I am talking about books that I would recommend before homeschooling or in the first year of your homeschooling journey, but basically sometime in your homeschooling journey, because I really enjoyed these books and I love sharing books. And so let's get started. Okay, so one of the first books I bought when I started homeschooling was this book right here. It's called Home Learning Year by Year, How to Design Homeschool Curriculum from Preschool to High School by Rupp. And this is such a great book because it not only talks about what children should be learning in different subjects throughout the entire up to high school, but it also breaks it down in terms of what skills they should be they would be acquiring. Now you have to remember, this book is not a this is not meant to be like a you know, like a, oh, my child is not decoding or not learning phonics yet. This is more like, this is meant to be used as a guide, not so much a strict you know, checklist, you know. And so what I really love about this book is that it recommends other books, and you've got to love books like that, because this one recommends, like, I got it when we started preschool, just because I was new and I wanted to know what was out there and what, you know, what I needed to what marks I needed to hit in order to make sure that my child was you know, comparable and like at the same level as other children in school. And so this book was great at kind of bringing me back to the basics and saying, okay, it's okay, you know, some kids will learn at different paces, and this is not meant to be a you know, it's meant to be a guide. It's meant to help you. It's a tool. It's not that your children will fall exactly like, you know, at that level, but it helped me understand what the different aspects of each grade were. Because if you're not a, you know, if you're not a teacher, or you're not a especially an early education teacher, like, you know, in the kindergarten levels and elementary levels, it's hard. You gotta figure it out. So, and this was a great book for me to kind of I'll show you the table of contents. It's a great book to see what learning looks like in each grade level. Like, I'll show you here, you know, if you can see. That's grade 4, and it talks about all the different subjects and all the different you know, typically what a kid that age would be learning. So, you know, obviously as homeschoolers, we take it at our own pace, and learning looks like what it looks like in our household. But, you know, this was a great book for me to kind of see if I was making sure that, you know, we were covering all our grounds. The other book is these books called What Your Whatever Grade Level Child Needs to Know. And these are more, I feel like these are like a core knowledge series. And I have one for preschool years that I use, and it's really nice because it has poems and read-alouds to get ready for kindergarten. And, you know, there's poems, there's finger play, there's songs, stories, art, and I buy these books secondhand online, you know, just so I'm not putting so much into it. So there's history, there's all these other fun things, and I use this more as a guide. I read to them some parts of it, and some parts of it I used as a guide to explore. I used it as a guide to explore children's books on those specific unit topics. And then we would, you know, because I always feel like for early years, children's books are just amazing and literature is just amazing to introduce them into the world of learning. And so there's some amazing stories here, classical stories, you know, and songs, you know, Rockabye Baby, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and all these other things, you know. And I use this as a guide, like I said, you know, I use this as a guide to help me navigate that space of preschool, first year of homeschooling, etc. And then I also got one for kindergarten because I wanted to know, you know, there's some really nice read-alouds in here, and I wanted to see, you know, the different aspects of what stories would look like and stuff. And we love read-alouds, so this is a really good, if you're into read-alouds, this is a great book for read-alouds. And then the third book I really recommend is 102 Top Picks for Homeschool Curriculum by Cathy Duff. She has a website online, and she basically picks out curriculum for each learning style, and that's a great way for you to see, you know, how does your child respond to, or how does your child learn, and then see what curriculum is out there that is that caters to those needs. And so this is a great book. It's all online. You know, you can find her website, and her website has a lot of information, but I chose to get the book because I like physical books. And then the third book that I really recommend for a new homeschooler is this book called Teaching Your Own, and it's by John Holt. John Holt is such an amazing author of so many education books, and this is just a great book for education, parenting, and, you know, I learned so much from John Holt's books. He advocates unschooling, but at the same time, you know, you read books, but you take away what you find beneficial for yourself from them. So that's not to say that I'm advocating unschooling, but, you know, there's benefit. I think there's benefit in everything, and you have to see what your family needs and what your family wants. And so this is a great book to read to get started. I'm always reading, like I said, I'm always reading new books, learning about new ideas. I'm recently been reading, I don't know if I can find it, but it's called Understanding Waldorf, because there are so many, like when you're talking about early childhood, there are just, not just early childhood, but even elementary, there's just so many ideas out there, and so you've just got to get your hands wet and kind of figure it out, and, you know, read about all these different books, because what these books will do is that some ideas will just stick with you, and, you know, those ideas are ones that you want to kind of keep close to you and implement. So that's it, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and stay tuned for the rest of our journey. Alright guys, hope it helped. Bye.